Welcome to the Expert in You podcast, the show for professional entrepreneurs, experts, authors, speakers, coaches, and consultants who are ready to elevate their business, expand their influence, and boost their bank accounts. Join us as we dive deep with industry-leading experts who share their top strategies, invaluable insights, practical tips, and personal experiences to help you achieve extraordinary growth and success. Whether you're looking to sharpen your skills, stay ahead of the curve, or find that competitive edge, this podcast is your ultimate resource for unlocking your full potential. So tune in, get inspired, grab your coffee, and let's unlock the expert in you. Are you a coach that can't seem to get out of that six-figure mark? You keep getting stuck at that low six figures and you can't seem to get off that hamster wheel? Well, I want to share with you things you can do to help you move forward, break that cycle, get off that hamster wheel, and start having more success. The very first thing is a lot of times coaches are thinking in terms of clients. I would like to get the next client. And so they're out there trying to get the next client or two. But what they're not doing is thinking in terms of revenue. So when you make this one shift, it will start putting your eyes on the revenue that you want to generate, and that will change everything because now you can reverse engineer and say, okay, how can I make that revenue? So for example, if you want to make $100,000 in the next 90 days, how many clients do you need to be able to make that $100,000? Now, if the answer is I need a ton, then you've got a pricing problem and a packaging problem. And so you want to fix that so that you're not grinding it out. A lot of times, the way people have their business model, their revenue model structured, it keeps them stuck. And it doesn't matter how hard they work, they're not ever going to get out of that cycle of hustle and grind. They're not ever going to get off that hamster wheel. So if you need 50 clients to hit $100,000, and you have to be the driver of all of that, that's going to be a tough thing to do, right? So think about expanding, first of all, what you are selling so that you can bring in more money with less people. That's one of the things I help people do over and over again. It's such a game changer in their business. And I believe if you're good at what you do, anyone can do this. You're probably playing too small. Your pricing is probably too low. Your packaging is probably off. Maybe you're even targeting people that are really beneath your skill set and your expertise. That's a problem too. But think about, okay, how many clients do I need to get to that $100,000? Now start thinking about, okay, how many people do I need to get in front of? How many leads do I need to generate? What is the activity and the actions that I need to be taking to get more exposure, to get more visible, for more people to see me, to be able to sell my thing? And then how many calls do you need to book, or how many sales conversations do you need to have to get people to buy into your thing? And so this is where you want to drive your business, because business is around numbers. It's just numbers. When you see people making millions and millions of dollars, yes, they're working hard, but at the end of the day, they understand the foundational piece to business, and that is numbers. That's understanding the numbers. So if my business is not making what I want it to make, then that's the first thing I want to look at is, am I doing the activities and the work to get in front of more people, to get more visible? This is one of the reasons why I love events. I love events. I've used them for 34 years to build multiple businesses, and I still use them today. And they're one of the main drivers in my business because it can put me in front of a lot more people at one time. So I'm leveraging my time, but it also gives people the opportunity to experience me, maybe even people that have never seen me before or known about me before. And so if I am in front of more people, wouldn't it make sense that I'm going to have more sales? Of course, right? If you've got the right offer, you understand how to close those sales, you've got things priced in the right way. So when you dial in these pieces, business really is predictable and consistent. It is. And most people don't have a predictable and consistent business because they're just out there trying to figure out where the next client is instead of putting in place a system that can attract those clients right to them. So this is why I love events. This is why I love, anytime you can pull people in a one-to-many approach, it's going to help you speed the success of your business. It's just a given when you get all the right pieces in place. Hi, friend. I have an exciting announcement. I hope you're enjoying this episode of Expert in You podcast, but I have to ask you, have you checked out the latest issue of Expert in You magazine yet? It's jam-packed with rich content, powerful strategies, inspiring stories, and so much more to help you elevate your business and personal growth. Don't miss out. Go grab your digital copy now and join our community of experts making a difference every day. Go to expertinyoumagazine.com and check out your digital copy today. Transform your expertise into success with Expert in You magazine. It's not just a publication, it is a movement. So I wanted to talk about that because this one shift alone, shifting from I need a client to how much revenue do I want to make and what are the steps and the actions that I need to take to make that amount of revenue, well, that will change everything in your business because it will drive different actions. You might uncover and identify some gaps that you have in your business. Like if you don't know how to run virtual events, if you don't know how to pull people in and want to buy from you, then you've got a gap in your skill set that you have to learn. And this is one of the things that I do with my clients when I work with them, because they have these gaps in their business where they don't really know how to make their business predictable and consistent. And so we have to close that gap. And I have multiple ways to do that. But at the end of the day, events are one of my favorite ways to do that because they're predictable. If you can run an event and you can have $100,000 day, I mean, just think about that, or even a $50,000 day in your business because you ran an event. Well, how many more events would you like to run to hit those big goals? Because once you get them dialed in and they're predictable and they're consistent, where you can always count on them to bring you business and revenue and clients. And so just think about this for a minute. If you can have $100,000 day from an event, how many more events would you like to run? If you ran one a month and you could bring that amount in every single time you ran an event, you would have a $1.2 million business within 12 months. But then how do you get the people there? How you have to generate more leads, right? You have to get more visible. You have to up your game. You have to up your influence. There's lots and lots of ways to do that. But if you're not thinking like this, if you don't have this thought process, or maybe you are in front of a lot of people, but you're not getting the revenue that you want, you're not closing the business, well, then that is a gap that you have to close. So if things are not happening, then look at where you have missing pieces, because business is kind of like a puzzle where the pieces have to fit together to get the finished picture, right? To get the vision of what that puzzle is going to look like. And that's exactly how business is. So there's nothing that can't be accomplished. There are no limits, but you have to close the gaps. You have to put the right plan in place. But ultimately, it starts with your mindset shift around how you're thinking. So your thinking needs to level up, and then your actions and everything else you're doing can level up as well. Listen, if you want some help having 50K, 100K plus days, having a business that's more consistent and predictable, and you're great at what you do, we need to talk. You need to book a call with me at acarden.com, and let's re-strategize your business and talk about how we can implement new strategies together to help you have a business that has no limits and a business that you can love, because now you're going to get to impact a lot more people and generate the revenue that is not only life-changing for you, but life-changing for others. So I hope this has been helpful. Book a call with me at acarden.com. Let's talk about going to the next level in your business and impacting more people. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're as excited as I am about scaling up your influence, business, and bank account, then I have just the thing for you. But first, make sure you subscribe to the show. Second, make sure you share it with someone you care about because sharing is caring. And third, head on over to join me in my next free virtual exclusive workshop where we'll explore proven strategies to boost your business and maximize your potential. Look, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or if you're looking to take your business to the next level, my workshops are designed for you. So head on over to expertinyouworkshop.com to reserve your spot and get ready to transform your expertise into extraordinary success. I'm looking forward to seeing you there and helping you achieve incredible growth. Until next time, make sure you're always seeking the expert in you, and God bless. Have an amazing day.